Hey guys, it's Tash, and today I'm going to be doing Christmas tag, I think it's called. Dear Lord, I need to find it. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Yeah, and I'm in my pajamas because I can't remember to get changed because I have work today. So when I have work, kind of early-ish, I tend to just shower before I go to work and then put my uniform on. And it's no point in putting something else on for a few hours. Now my batteries decided to start flashing as being low. Hopefully it should last the whole 10 questions. When do you start getting excited about Christmas? On Boxing Day. Nah, I'm joking. It's normally when summer ends because my favourite time of year is Christmas, so like December time, but my favourite season is summer. So of course I go through the summer, loving the summer, and the minute that the summer's over, when it gets to my birthday, it just gets to the point where it's like, which is mid-September by the way, it gets to the point where it's just like, you know what, summer, I love summer, it's over now, the next thing I have to look forward to is Christmas. So yeah, I'd say mid-September I start looking forward to Christmas, because I do love autumn time, so I don't love it, but I do like it, I can put up with it. And I like, when it gets to the end of summer, I just get to the point where it's like, you know what, I can't wait to start wearing layers and cardigans, because I do get a bit bored of wearing summer clothes. But the thing is, I don't like winter, so basically, well, winter technically starts like the 21st of December. So, once Christmas is over, I can't wait till it's spring, because like, basically I hate January, February and March. Do you still have advent calendars? Well, I would, but I don't have one this year, and I think I might get one if I'm out and I find one, and I just have to catch up, because I do normally have one and I forgot to tell my mum to get me one. I kept forgetting to tell her, and so then I realised that it was a bit too late, so I haven't got one. And I think she said that in her work they've sold out, so it's not like she can just get me one at her work. I'll have to like actually hunt for one. What are your favourite Christmas films? Well, my favourite Christmas film is Home Alone, even though it is a Christmas film, but it's not about Christmas really. It kind of is, because of course it's about how he's he might end up having to spend Christmas alone and all that crap, and you know, but it's not actually, the story isn't based around Christmas, the story is based around a kid being left home alone while his family's gone to Paris. That film could be any time of year, whereas other Christmas films are literally about Christmas. If you change it to a different time of year, there would be no film, but you could still do Home Alone in the summer. But yeah, I love Home Alone, and I have my Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal jumper, and I watch it every single Christmas. I can't watch it any other time of year, it has to be Christmas. I understand a bit funny, because not only have I like just woke up half an hour ago, but I've been recovering from a sore throat. It's been a few days since I had it, but I'm at that stage where my voice is kind of numb, and kind of now and then I am coughing. Do you have any funny Christmas memories? I don't know, like, well, the first thing I think of when I read that question is that one Christmas, of course, like, my family, we say we have stocking fillers and stuff, but we actually have a sack. Like, you know, you can get these like cheap plastic sacks with like a picture of Santa or something on the front. I've had them since I was young. Basically, my mum would have that filled with presents. She'd get all sorts of little things. I was carrying it downstairs, and I've got like windy stairs, so they go down, then round and down. And I was just going down the first bit, and there's only a couple of steps, and then there's a basket like in the corner. As I stepped, my foot got caught in my pyjama trousers, and I fell into my sack, which went into the basket, and it kind of hurt, and it ripped my basket. It ripped my sack open, because oh my god, that sounds so wrong. But yeah, it ripped the bag open because there was pointy stuff in there. Like I tend to have after eights in the calendar, so it might be one of those things. Talk us through your typical Christmas day, right? Well, I used to wake up at like 6 AM. Being a kid, you like want to wake up really early. So I wake up, I tend to go and get my brother, go to get my parents. I'm always the first one up. And then I'd grab my sack and I'd carry it downstairs, and I'd put any presents that were under my tree into the bag. Take it downstairs, and my brother always takes my dad's chair and I would take the sofa. So I'll sit in the middle of the sofa with my sack on the floor and I'm start opening my presents. Rubbish goes on the floor. Always has done. My mum can deal with that. And I start piling my presents up on the sofa. Yeah, and then once I'm finished, I tend to start, like, my main present, which tends to be something I can, like, use. I'll start messing around with. Like, last year I started messing around with my keyboard. Then eventually I get to the point where I'm like, you know, I'm going to take this upstairs. And my dad tends to come down in the middle of it and then start the dinner. So then it's the pain in the ass of having to carry all these presents up to my room. And I take a couple of journeys. And I'd have to dump them on my bed normally or on the floor because, of course, these are loads of new things and they haven't got a place yet in my room. And it's always that frustrating time where it's just like, great, I got to put all this stuff away. And normally it will be hanging around for ages before it finally gets home. At least I won't have that problem anymore. So yeah, and then I do that, and then I guess maybe I then shower, and then just continue my day doing something. Like last year, I then set up my Kinect, which was my other main present other than the keyboard, and I started playing Just Dance and stuff while my dad was cooking the Christmas dinner. And the year before I had Saints Row 3 for Christmas, so I came up and started playing Saints Row 3, and my brother had Saints Row 3 as well, so we were both in our rooms playing Saints Row 3. That was kind of weird. And so yeah, and then after that I'd have dinner. I didn't really know after dinner, like, it's just kind of like a Sunday, except for the differences is that I wake up and open presents and I have stuff to do. But of course, being a little kid, I guess you'd play around with all the different toys you've got, whereas when you're older, the only things you can do is, like, maybe if you got like a phone or an MP3, you could play with that, or like games or something. But my dad told me I wasn't allowed to play on the Kinect after dinner, so I was like, I hate you. Anyway, then we tend to watch all of our Christmas programs on the evening and then just go to bed. What do you eat for Christmas dinner? Now, Christmas dinner, I have a traditional Christmas dinner. Of course, we have turkey. Love turkey so much. Turkey's my favourite. I don't really ever have a turkey advertised if I go to a carvery. And then we have like pigs in blankets and stuffing. I love stuffing so much. I don't like vegetables, like I don't like roasts. Like loads of people are always like, oh yeah, Sunday roast, and getting all excited about it, and I'm just sat there like, I hate roast. Do you have any Christmas traditions? The only things I can think of is of course putting decorations up. Everyone does that. Like I always put them in the same place, but I guess everyone does that as well. Besides, I guess, watching Home Alone every year. I swear when I was in work, I was thinking about how we do summer, and I was thinking, oh yeah, that's always a tradition in my house. But I don't know, because I'm not one for I can't say things like this, like when I'm talking fast. I'm not one for traditions, and like for example, when I get married, I'm going to completely be untraditional because I just don't want to follow the crowd. But that sounds so hipster. Oh my god, wow. But yeah, I just don't get why people should get married, be like told the way they should get married. People should get married how they want to get married. Like I'm gonna twerk down the aisle. I'm joking. Why am I talking about weddings? This is about Christmas. Which are your favourite Christmas songs? Yeah. Well, ignoring Shane Dawson at the moment, my favourite Christmas song that everyone knows about is Slade, Merry Xmas, Everybody. Yeah, I love that one. You're there. Are you hanging up your stockings on your wall? I'm not gonna sing, so here it is. Merry Christmas. Everybody's having fun. And I love Shane's song, Maybe This Christmas. And I'm sure I love his new song, This Christmas Life, but that isn't out yet. So it will stay for 2 days, it's out in 2 days. Mistletoe by Justin Bieber, I'm ashamed to say it, but I do. I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. I forget who sings that. Isn't it something like Wizard or something like that? And then there's also Shakin' Stevens, Merry Christmas Everyone. Is that what it's called? Yeah, there's got so many similar names. It's like Merry Christmas Everyone and Merry Xmas Everybody. You know, the snow is falling. I like Taylor Swift's Santa Baby and Selena Gomez's Winter Wonderland. What is the best Christmas present you ever received? Now, I can't really answer this. Like, I'm sure there are presents that at the time they were the best Christmas present I ever received, but now of course they've changed because through the years I look back at things and think, why did I want that? My current opinion on which present was the best would be when I was 13. Because my parents are married and my mum used to buy all the presents. They'd all be joint presents. But my parents have different, separate money separate bank accounts and their own money. So it got to a point where my dad wanted to buy us something. He used to buy us Christmas Eve presents, and he would get them himself, and I'd be all proud of him. And then one year, he told me that he'd bought my brother some PlayStation games, PlayStation 2, and he told my brother he was getting me an MP3 docking station because I got an MP3 for my 13th birthday. Now, he was lying to both of us. For God's sake, right, it died again. I guess I didn't charge it long enough. So my dad gave me and Jordan a present, and we had the same thing. It was the same little box thing. And I remember him ripping the side off and being like, oh my god. And I look up and I see a picture of, I think it was the back of a white PSP, because the box, the front of it's the front of the PSP and the other side of the box is the back of the PSP. And I was like, I looked at it, freaked out, and ripped mine open, like, oh my god, this like holy pink PSP. Oh. I was just like, oh my god. And then as I'm freaking out over this pink PSP and my brother's freaking out over this white PSP, my dad comes along and gives me this great big bloody box. And I was like, what is this? And I rip it open so fast, and I can't believe it. There was a pink PS2 as well. Now, it kind of seems a bit mean that my brother only had the PSP and I also got a PS2. But like my dad said to me, he was like, I got you the PS2, because that's what I thought you wanted, but then you wouldn't shut up about the PSP, so I had to buy you the PSP. And I was just like, oh my god, I was like, I wouldn't have cared that I didn't have the PSP, like, I wanted the PS2 as well. But yeah, so he got me both. That was like the craziest Christmas, like my dad getting me all that. And but as I said, my brother, he didn't just have the PSP. I had the PSP and the PS2, but my brother's PSP was more expensive, as I think, and we had 32 megabyte memory cards with them, but my dad bought him a 2 gigabyte memory card for it, and he also bought him a bunch of games and like this little kind of kit for the PSP, I think, so it didn't add his up to be close to what mine was, so it was fair, don't worry. Real or fake Christmas tree? Fake. Now, I never used to be aware of people having fake Christmas trees when I was a little kid, and then my friend in primary school that I had since I was like, when I was 7, she used to have a real one, and they are huge. Oh my god, like, and I was just really confused. I was like, oh, okay then, it's different. And I think my friend Emma has real Christmas trees, but I've always had fake. Of course, I guess what you have, like some people say I don't get people who have fake, and I would say I don't get people who have a real one. Like, but I guess it's how you grow up. You'd probably get what you grew up with. Some people might end up when they're like older and leave home and they decide they want the like other one. But I'm gonna have fake my whole life, and if the guy I end up with is growing up with a real Christmas tree, I don't care. I'm gonna kick him in the face. I have the privilege of being the woman, and when it comes to the house, normally the woman gets what she wants. Like the main Christmas tree downstairs, my mum just recently replaced it like 2 years ago. We used to have this like quite wide 6-foot one, and now we have a skinnier 7-foot one. That was £20 from Pound Stretcher. My friend at work, Alice, she gets real trees, and she was saying the other day about how she's got her tree, and it cost them £25 a year. Now, I think the last tree we pretty much had for the rest of my life before we got rid of it. Not all of it, so let's say we had it about 16 years. Now, if it's over 16 years, that would cost £400 to get a real tree, whereas it cost me around 20. Now look at that difference. We already saved £5 on just 1 year, and then every year from then we've saved 25. So, if you've got the money and you want it, then yeah, but otherwise it's a bit disgusting. And I don't know, when I do tag videos, I like to ask one of the questions, but there's more than one. Real or fake Christmas tree? And what's the best Christmas present you've ever had? Oh, and Christmas traditions. Let me know Christmas traditions especially, because like I said, I can't think of any. Maybe people might say things that I also do and they might remind me. So any Christmas traditions, the best present you've ever received, and real or fake Christmas tree. Let me know in the comments. I like it when people answer my question. I don't get many people doing it, and I'm like, do it. There's like 483 of you, last time I checked. Bloody tell me, okay? Like, I don't ask these questions for nothing. I want to know. I like it when people do tell me. Come on, tell me. Down below. I want to you. Or you're getting cold in your stocking if you don't. Oh my god, what am I even doing? I'm probably going to die before I even get to say bye. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and bye.